Let's talk about AEW. So, two things I'm going to ask you guys. Two things to keep in mind throughout this previews and predictions, all right? So, the first one I'm going to ask you guys, will Bryan Danielson retire, drop the title belt this coming Saturday on pay-per-view? Again, I'm going to repeat that one more time. Keep this number one thing on your mind. Could Bryan Danielson drop the title and retire this coming Saturday? We will discuss about it as we get close towards the very end of the show on my previews and predictions for WrestleDream. And then thought number two. This past Wednesday on Dynamite, did it felt like a go-home show for WrestleDream? Think about it. I'm going to ask you guys one more time. Did this past Wednesday at AEW Dynamite, did it felt like a go-home show for WrestleDream? So two things to keep in your mind here as we lead into this coming Saturday, AEW's WrestleDream on pay-per-view. And before we get to it, let's talk about this past Tuesday. We'll talk about a brief of it. Next episode, we will get more details between both shows and my thoughts on both shows between NXT and AEW on Title Tuesday. So big numbers, man. Big numbers for NXT. AEW Dynamite, their flagship show. Their A show. They hit it low. I mean low. WWE NXT this past Tuesday on the CW network averaged 874,000 viewers. A .24 and 18 to 49 demographic. AEW Dynamite this past Tuesday, 329,000 viewers. A .10 and 18 to 49. The first hour of Dynamite went head-to-head with the final hour of NXT. Keep that in mind. 874,000 NXT, 329,000 when it comes to Dynamite. 300. Okay, so there's 50 states. There's 50 states, right, in the United States, right? Unless you did your, you haven't passed your, what do you call those? What's in high school? You get your governments? I don't know. So 329,000 divided by 50. Roughly around 6,580 people per state viewed AEW Dynamite. Now, how much people, okay, the state of Illinois, that's where I live in, right? State of the mean streets of Chicago. How many people, the population of Illinois? Population, 12.58 million. Okay, that's in 2022. So 12 million people lives in the state of Illinois. You divide the percentage out of 50 states. Again, they claim that every television should have access to TBS. Everyone should be watching it. They average 6,580 people per state. Yeah. That's rough. I got to say, this past Wednesday at Dynamite, man, it was interesting. No different than NXT. It was interesting as well. And I'll have both thoughts next episode. Stay tuned right here in the podcast. Hologram, my pick. All right, that was quick. All right, let's get to the good stuff here. The main event stuff. For the AEW World Championship match, Bryan Danielson will put his AEW World Championship on the line against Jon Moxley. The big prize. Could Moxley become the new AEW World Championship? Or could Danielson, well, same exact thing. Could Moxley win the title? And could Danielson retire? This is it, man. This is it. Now, Danielson's been teasing and press, right? Talking to press. And he said in these interviews that, look, man, midway through these matches he's been doing recently, he's been in a lot of pain. A lot of pain throughout these recent matches you see on television. And these pain, I guess nerves, or I'm not sure what it is, throughout his body is being shot from his neck, which he's been talking about. He needed to get his neck surgery done as soon as possible. So it's affecting his body, affecting his mental state, his physical state in the ring currently. So that right there kind of gives you the clues that, why wait and make it longer? Why prolong? I mean, your health comes first, right? Why prolong your injuries and make it worse? Don't make it worse and prolong it and continue the fight in the ring. Take care of this matter as soon as possible. Stating, drop the title this coming Saturday against Jon Moxley. Yes, Jon Moxley's been a former world champion. Don't be surprised if he takes over the title. Danielson retires in his home state of Washington. Makes sense. And I'm going to stick with that. I'm 100%. Now, I thought about him retiring in Chicago, the same place he debuted it. What a way to go out. I was maybe 50-50 on that. On this Saturday, I am 100% confident that he is going to retire. 100%. I am. All bets are on the table. The Danielson will retire Saturday. Now, I could be wrong. But again, think about your health, Danielson. Think about it. It's definitely been a long road for him. But his neck comes first. His health comes first. His family comes first. All that comes first. It just makes sense for him to drop it. It's that simple. So I think Mox is going to retain. Or not retain, win the title. Now, could Shane McMahon show up? All these talks about Shane? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. But my best bet to end this show, Jon Moxley will win the title. And it begins the Moxley era, the new era of AEW. There we go. That's my best bet. And there we go.